Hey, it's Julia here to remind you that Join the Party is coming to 7 cities in the US this March, that's this month, with the Rolling Bones Tour. Your 2 favorite podcasts, Join the Party, and I also hope Spirits, will be playing games, rolling dice, making monsters, and so much more. And tickets, hey, are going fast. And here's something new. We players on Join the Party will be bringing back some of our PCs from past campaigns on the tour. So if you want to see what Tracy or Val or Carrie Ann Price are up to these days, you got to join us live. So get your tickets now at jointhepartypod.com/live. That is jointhepartypod.com/live to see us perform in Seattle on March 21st at the Hereafter, Minneapolis on March 22nd at Granada, Chicago on March 24th at Reggie's, Boston on March 25th at Rockwell, New York City on March 26th at Littlefield, Philadelphia on March 27th at the City Winery, and Washington, D.C. on March 28th at Atlas Brewworks. Go to jointhepartypod.com/live to get your tickets now. We'll see you there.
I remember a time before the Cascade dried up. Here in Verda Stello, the 4 nations of plant and bug people flourished and thrived. But the great waterfall that fed the land slowed to a trickle, revealing a vast salt sea and unknown islands. The only guide were the words of the 13 dried carvings. The water will slow to fall, but the tides are turning. Find the infinite lake to replenish the world and discover the salmon who will grant you a wish of whatever you desire. This marks the beginning of the tide, as many green folk hauled onto ships to find the infinite lake and maybe riches, adventure, excitement, and purpose along the way. And what exactly is a salmon? Is that a berry? That was 50 years ago, and the tide rushes forward ever still. There are many stories caught on the wind between sails, but why don't we hear just one? Of a butterfly gunman with clipped wings, a ripened and explosive piece of produce, and a witch made out of tea. This is Join the Party Campaign 3, The Rising Tide.
I'll sing you a song that all green folk know.
Until the water falls home.
That only began 50 years ago.
Until the water falls home.
We seek the deep lake and a wish-granting salmon.
Until the water falls home.
So hoist up the sails and load up the cannons.
Until the water falls home.
A rush on the tide, sail through the Cascade, an adventure ships, a ceaseless parade. I dream of roots buried in the deep alone, but we can't well sleep till the water falls home.
Last time on Join the Party.
A group of burglars broke into the Sea Whip. They unleashed a pollen trap that filled up the whole of the ship and caused all kinds of chaos. Luckily, Nani electrocuted them, and Troy exploded them, and Cammy started a hurricane inside of the ship, so he was relatively taken care of, but that didn't save Cammy and Umbi from getting sniped from the darkness. Who broke into the ship? Who's doing the sniping? What was that pollen? What do they want? Did they take anything? What's happening? Let's get some answers by speaking to the dead. Let's get the party started. No, this was such a bad day.
Yeah, and it's about to get a little bit worse. I've got some questions for you.
Oh no, geez, this is all going not exactly the way that I planned. Oh no, oh God, why? Geez, no, please. Hey, ma'am, please put me down. I'm just a green folk who's definitely alive and just wants to go on with my life doing life things.
Well, you're dead.
No!
And all your friends are dead.
No!
So why don't you tell me what you were doing here?
Oh man, this is It's just so hard being the nondescript pirates gang. I just wanted to be taken seriously.
And what were you going to do to be taken seriously?
Oh, get a key, And
From us?
Yes, of course. That's one question, Speak with Dead.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I'm keeping track, don't worry.
Oh, no. I just wanted to be taken seriously by everyone. Well, you're just you go to a school and everyone's like, oh, I don't know you. You seem like you're not that fun. And I'm like, no, I am. But imagine your name that you decided to give yourself was being the nondescript pirates gang.
An interesting choice, certainly.
We thought it would help our branding.
Of being nondescript, yes, of course.
So we get hired for more jobs, but then we realized we'd be nondescript.
So, I guess, hey, the dandelion situation that you have here, where'd you get that?
I'm not gonna tell you. You murdered me. I thought I was alive earlier. Now you've shattered my whole sense of self.
To be fair, you got electrocuted. I didn't murder you.
Oh, okay. Then I guess that the octopus that obviously is so close and nice with you is definitely not your friend. She's burying herself into the side of your neck.
First off, she rolled a really good stealth check, so you didn't see her.
I think Nani's the type to, after Nani gets a victory, they just taunt them with the electric whip, you know?
Absolutely not. It was a stealth mission. She was
teabagging like you're playing Halo 3. Yeah, 100%. Be like, well, if I hold on. Okay, I rolled a 7. I was going to try to put together the fact that this guy got electrocuted and there is an electric octopus hanging out around you, kind of like chasing its own leg like a dog chasing its tail, and it's sparkling and crackly. But that's a fair point. Eric, the DM, retracts his statement because the dice said you gotta find a different joke.
Haha.
The dice slapped your hand.
Love when the dice tells you to get different jokes.
Yeah, I gotta go get different jokes. No, can I tell you something about being electrocuted?
What about it?
And I've only had one experience, but I'd say bad way to die. Bad way to die.
Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Hey, do we all want to go around in a circle and talk about the best ways to die?
Drowning. Anyway.
That's a good one? Okay, I'll put it down on my list.
I hear being frozen is pretty nice because you feel warm even though you're very cold.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say surrounded by my friends and family, but I'm in way too deep, even as a nondescript pirate.
Man, I think this life might not be for you.
I from my situation, I would agree.
So, hey, would you like your body returned to your family in exchange for information about where you got those dandelion seeds?
Got him. Got him. Hey, Julia, you got him.
Nice.
I need a persuasion check.
Excellent. I'm very good at those. All right, let's see what the dice have in store for me here. All right, so I rolled a 16 plus 3 for a 19.
Oh, shit. I rolled a 19 plus 1 for a 20.
What?
I don't think so, Eric.
I
This
did.
has plus 1?
I did do.
I think a corpse has minus 1,000.
He was he's speaking to the person.
He has high wisdom or high charisma? What? This guy? The nondescript man?
Julia, the only job of a seed is to fuck. You gotta have some charisma.
No, he's not
Oh,
polished.
he's an onion.
Yeah, he's a little onion.
He's a caramelized onion.
He's a charred onion.
The only job of an onion, Eric, is to
He's
fuck.
to fuck. All right, fine. I'll call that a tie. Be like, tell me more about how you're going to secure this for me when I inevitably, as you're magically keeping this going, and then I'm going to be dead, and then you're going to just go on your merry way.
Well, no, I'm going to store you in a barrel of salt to preserve your body, and then I'll bring it back to your family, obviously.
Can I be honest with you? I don't want this.
You don't want your body returned back to your family?
No,
so they can give you a proper burial?
No, that's obviously I'm embarrassed of what's happened to me. Also, that sucks. I hate being dead.
Yeah, it's not a fun time.
No!
But you don't have much else to live for, so can I have some information, please?
If you want to. If you want, what information do you want?
I want to know where you got those dandelion seeds from.
Yeah, I bought it.
From?
One of the merchants that were around, flying, going around on their boats and figuring out and selling it to different people. It was around, and I knew that I wanted it, and we put all of our money together, our our nondescript rainy day fund.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that was 5 questions. Deuces. Blam.
Fuck!
Hey, you got like 2 more options, Julia. 2 more dead people.
I know, but it's a 3rd level spell, bruh.
after he says that, just like the body mooshes down. He got called caramelized, so it's like he lost his form, and now it's just like a goopy. He's just in a goopy pile.
All right,
now
and
in
just
the
for that, I'm not returning your body back.
goopy pile in the water.
I do have to ask, Julia, for people like Cammy who grew up in open fields, when people get caramelized and die, is it tasty?
It's fertilizer, bud. What are you talking about?
Fertilizer. Okay.
The pumpy is sniffing and attempting to lick.
We're like in like knee-deep water, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is that puppy big enough?
He's on my shoulder. He's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the pumpy is tall enough, at least.
Okay.
But the pumpy does a doggy paddle and starts eating green folk remains. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's Amanda, that joke checks out. That's science.
Thank you. Thank you.
Should I do one more?
I feel like they're not going to give up their supplier.
I feel like I could convince them potentially.
I mean, I'm not going to say no.
I'm not
but
going to say no.
Eric is going to be antagonistic, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eric is?
The characters
Well, I mean, like
are.
Eric playing the NPC.
To be fair, it is like specified in Speak with Dead that answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive.
Yeah.
I want to read something really important. The corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy.
Yeah.
I would recognize you as maybe some of the person who electrified, exploded me, fireballed, exploded me.
I mean, it was an octopus that had a really good stealth roll, so I don't know. We'll see.
Julia, regardless of the stealth roll, I think that when you get into a place and you're like, I'm going to rob these pirates who have a key, and then you die, I'm not going to be like, oh man, it was the liver cancer.
It was an act of
Oh,
God.
man. What happened?
God, I can't believe I got hit by a car by just doing it.
So as Troy watches his son eat these remains and says, "Good boy, that's not wasteful at all," he'll be like, "What if we say that they did a really good attack and we want to buy some of that stuff too? Would that work better?"
Yeah, I think that like maybe if I could just find out more about the merchant, we could maybe have a better jumping off point because merchant is vague.
Yeah.
And I feel like with 5 more questions, I can get more answers.
Like, hey, those pollens really almost killed us. Sick. What if we had them on our side?
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to get better at lying.
Mm-hmm. Or I can say maybe if that merchant has ties to necromancy, they could fully bring them back to life and not just speak with dead.
There you go.
All right. Cammy's going to grab the next one over the second to the middle charred one, the mama bear, if you will.
The mama bear.
And is going to cast another Speak with Dead.
I like this. I think this is like a daisy that got immediately dried out. Like when you see a pressed flower in a book, it's just like immediately dried out everything.
Petrified wood almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Floating.
it's like there are 3 petals, all of them are cracking and brown.
Cammy's going to pick this one up by the shirt as well, the front of the shirt, breathe tea steam into their mouth once again, and it's like, "Hi, I'm Cammy. You're back from the dead. You almost got us there. I hear that you got those dandelions from a merchant. Can you tell me more about the merchant?"
Oh, I'm so glad I'm alive. I can't believe I survived being electrocuted by something I didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what did you see what happened?
No, I was sleeping.
You saved me. Thank you for saving me. You're my guardian angel.
Yeah, I am. Look at me. I'm beautiful and magnificent, like an angel.
I'm now concerned by your tone. I've misread the situation.
No, I was very impressed by the attack that you did on that ship over there. And then gestures to the sea whip.
Oh, you were watching?
I was. What was with those dandelions? One of your surviving crew members said that you bought them from a merchant. Can you tell me about the merchant?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
question number 1.
Man, that was like an essay question in social studies.
It really was.
2 semicolons.
Yeah, here's a DBQ. Here's a first-person account of what happened at the Pirate Cove.
Eric, this is the thing. I know you're the one with the degree in English education, but if your sentence is long enough, it doesn't have to have a point.
Oh, that's right. That's in the rubric.
That's
That's
smart.
graduate level.
That's I didn't learn that.
That's some PhD shit.
That's good stuff. Higher education, folks. I can't unfortunately the nondescript pirates have a rule that we can't tell people where we got things, so I can't tell you, and it's a secret.
But I saved your life.
I know that,
Kenny
Guardian.
pouts.
I know that, Guardian Angel, but the nondescript pirates have a pact that we don't share secrets.
I understand. What if I was to tell you that, well, none of your other crew are alive, and so you don't have that pact with anyone anymore? I think that's technically a second question. What if I were to tell you?
That's pretty good. What? I'm dead?
No, I said none of your other surviving crew.
Oh, well, yeah.
Maybe you could be a part of our crew.
So,
the script pirate gang.
where are their bodies? Do you see them? Where are they?
Well, I think
In my
Cammy-
head, you're like holding them by the shirt.
Yeah.
Just holding them up, and they're like looking, and the only thing they can see is looking up at you.
Cammy goes, focus on me. You don't need to
What?
see that.
Patches? Michael?
You don't have to see that.
They have names?
Stevenson?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Why did you save me only? What? Is it
I
because
only
Patches...
had so many spell slots.
You only have so much magic to go around, and I've been chosen. Maybe I can be nondescript.
Maybe the planter chose you.
Maybe I can be descript.
You know, if you joined my crew and told me your secrets, you could be descript.
I need a roll.
Great.
I need
What
the
would you
lying.
like?
I need the lying
Yeah,
one. Give me
alright.
the lying
I
one.
get +3 in deception. That's fine. A 15 plus 3 for an 18.
I'll give you an advantage because you have them in a compromising situation.
That's only a 15. So,
Why did I give Troy intimidation? Troy's never intimidated anyone in his life.
great question.
He intimidates people with his, charisma.
Bod.
You know? Yeah.
With his hot bod.
His overpowering hot bod.
Oh, man, a descript pirate crew. Which are you? I guess I could. Well, do you think we have enough juice to take down the pirates of the Sea Whip?
I think together we could.
Because one of them is like 3,000 years old, and blew up 2 governments, and one of them is a warrior poet prince, and one of them's like a terrible magician.
Mhm.
So they're pretty scary.
They do sound very scary.
right!
They do sound very scary, but I think together, you and I, and the rest of my crew who you'll eventually meet, we could do this together. But first, you have to tell me about the merchant you bought those very cool dandelions.
You have to resupply.
Because I think we need to resupply with those.
Oh, well, I wasn't there when they bought them, but it's one of so many merchants were around here, I guess, selling different magical items and interesting stuff. Like, if you're gonna make a move, you gotta make sure that you're prepared, and we took our rainy day fund, and we went all in on this chest. And and they said that the merchant had a really interesting voice, and we made fun of it a lot together.
Did it sound something like, hey guys, it's me.
Sorry, I wasn't there. I only heard it secondhand. Can you say it to me again?
Hey guys, it's me. My name's Rapper.
Sound like fucking Dick Tracy or
I
like
don't know what I'm doing, all right? I'm trying to do the Radbird voice. Leave me alone.
like Big Boy from Dick Tracy.
Yeah, see, I got I got some zombie puffs.
Hey, I'm Rapper.
Reach for the sky.
Cammy does her best Radbert impression.
No, which is for sure. No,
This is laughing with, Julia. This
I
is
know.
laughing with.
No, Julia's great at it. Julia was doing Cammy's impression. Cammy's
That's
not great at
true.
impressions.
No, Cammy's
Julia's
not good
so
at it.
deep in
Yeah.
character. Yeah.
Cammy spent a lot of time doing a lot of things. I don't know if like bits is one of Cammy's skills.
Yeah,
She
it's
was too
not.
busy being traumatized as a child.
My
Yeah.
performance is +3 though. So.
They're learning it now. Yeah.
No, I'm not
Like
making
a dramatic stage actor who is now hosting SNL. Their skills are 80% transferable.
I would like to state that was question number 3. Was does his voice sound
Does his
like
voice
"Hey."
sound like this? No, that was good. Like, no, that wasn't it. It kind of devolved after a while, but no, it wasn't that. He wasn't like a little. The merchant wasn't like a little thing. I don't know.
I wasn't trying to do like a little voice. I don't know.
It wasn't like a. It wasn't like a little It wasn't like a little berry rat. It wasn't a mulberry rat. It was kind of like it was something. It was something else. I've been through so much. My Angel. My memories. They're so foggy.
Troy whispers in Cammy's ear, "A fruit fly, maybe?"
Oh yeah, maybe because maybe then he sounded like a professional wrestler, but I don't want to waste my 4th question on that.
No, maybe you can ask what kind of green folk the merchant was.
That's a good question. In making fun of that green folk, did you happen to find out or hear about what kind of green folk they were?
No, I don't remember what they didn't tell me who it was.
Seems like they
it
were
was
bad.
shadow, and it was like all dark, and it was in a cave, and they had like cloaks surrounding them, and they had stepped back pretty far away, so it was like a real like throwing money across a room and then pushing the chest forward. They did say, the merchant did say how they had all of this stuff, and they had went across all the 7, they had gone all across the Great Salt Sea, and they had all these experiences, and had spent time like defeating and romancing and going all over the place. It was a lot to take in. There was a lot to make fun of about these various peoples.
This is the people from Eska Island, like that.
It could be a Rello.
Could be a Rello.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
Just because the romancing part
Yeah.
was like fucking a Rello.
And then like back at the nondescript dinghy, we were like, oh, I've been to all of these places, and when I was there, I kissed a banana, and I kissed all 5 of his sisters, and
yeah,
also
that's a
his
Rello.
brothers. It
Oh,
was
that's a Rello.
crazy.
I thought it was Abel from my one shot for a second, but
Yeah.
no, it's
It wasn't. Yeah, it was just like we made fun of him all the time, but it was so shadowy and dark. I don't think I could pick him out of a lineup.
Sure, of course, I completely understand. And Cammy is going to very gently caress the face of this daisy because Cammy knows that the next question is going to make them die again. And it's just like gently pets their face. You are so wonderful and so kind, and I cannot wait for you to join our crew.
Where am I going to sleep on the ship?
In a hammock.
Would you have like a room for me? I had to share the room with it was the nondescript bedroom where we all slept.
We all kind of sleep in the same area, the same quarters.
Oh, okay, so it's more of the same.
Mm-hmm.
You could just lie to this fucking Daisy, Julia.
I don't care. I have one last question for you, my dear sweet friend.
Well, yeah, what is it?
This merchant that your friends purchased this chest from, was it here on the dissolving belt?
Yeah, it was here because that's where so many wheelings and dealings to get keys to get into the conference is at.
Wonderful.
So do you think I can? So do you think we can bunk to crunch, 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 just dissolve, just fades into dust and then goes out with the tide?
Okay. I think that's about enough of that.
It's important she died happy.
Yeah, I wanted her to die happy. The other one was not happy.
Nah,
Nah.
that wasn't your fault though. He was a dick.
Yeah, this one was much nicer. I think me telling him that he had died kind of put a damper on the whole situation. Letting this one think that she was still alive, a real win.
It's so true, man. Like moments after a coup, you don't be like, hey, come along with the coup or die. You give them a good 5-10 minutes to worry about their life. And then you say, I have a way out. And they go, yes, New King. It's much better.
Understandable, yeah. All right, I need to go sleep now.
It's like a fire drill where it's like someone pulled the fire alarm and all of you are standing outside in your pajamas.
Yeah.
Just like a coat on over your pajamas.
And in the morning, like maybe if we don't have other activities, we'll try to go find this merchant who I think I might know who it is, but we'll see.
I'm down. I got pretty gunked by all the goo. So
I also got gunked.
just need some help there.
I'm hoping that maybe we could just sleep it off. But if not, I'll try to do a greater restoration on us. Actually, I'm just going to try that now, because if I short or long rest, I get it restocked, I think. So I'm going to use tea ceremony when we get back on the ship.
Hey.
Ooh, that's neat.
Yeah, I think we'll like trudge back onto the ship. Troy's gonna be like, pulling things down and like trying to write stuff slightly so it's not completely obvious that a huge battle happened on the ship when we wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'll have to, over the tea ceremony, fill in Umbi because his hearing is poor and he did not hear any of this. So
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, why don't everyone make perception checks for me?
Oh, nice, 18.
18.
I got a 16, 13 plus 3.
Cool.
doesn't matter, Eric. I got a 6 total.
Oh, you got a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
That
Yeah.
feels right.
Yeah,
That's cool. Umbi, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
I could. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Old man limberness, because bro got a +7 on his dex saving throw.
Nice. And you also didn't get hit with the stuff, so you don't get -3 to shit like that.
That's a 13.
Cool. Cammy, make a dexterity saving throw as well.
18 -3, I assume.
18 minus 3, please.
15.
15. You are all cleaning up on top of the deck, sweeping up, doing some immediately after the party cleaning. And Troy, that's when you hear, and you see a flash of red light,
Hit the deck!
and sticking out of Cammy's shoulder and Umbi's shoulder are these little boxes with a blinking red light.
God fucking damn it.
And Troy, what do you think when you see these?
Get them off. I want to pluck them off and throw them into the sea.
You gonna make a run at them?
Yeah,
All right, make a dexterity check.
Oh, but you have -3 to that.
I know. All right, well, that's a 15 plus 2 for 17, -3 for 14.
We all gonna get blown up now.
I want to make it clear that Umbi didn't see this go down because he was sweeping up singing the Happy Days theme song to himself or something, just like shaking his booty.
Brandon, that's really funny.
Thanks.
Um,
Now I'm going to die.
Now I'm gonna get exploded.
Troy, you take 2 steps. You take 2 steps towards your companions, and then a giant explosion.
God damn it, not again!
Not as large as the fireball from before, but just as equally exploding. Maybe you didn't see it before because you were doing karaoke, but it just absolutely goes up. Umbi, Cammy, take 46 points of damage.
Jesus.
And Troy, you made a move towards that using some math. I'm going to give you 75% of that damage because there were 2 bombs and you ran towards them. 35 points of damage, exploding damage.
Troy has 2 hit points left.
Holy shit.
I was hiding my character sheet from Eric so he wouldn't see.
Hit point check. What does everybody have?
23.
11.
2.
2.
Not so happy days anymore, am I right?
Havana, you hear thump, 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 as Havana runs up and be like, "How? What is happening? What is happening to all of you? Why do you keep exploding?
I wish I knew.
It's not me, I promise. Someone's fucking got it out for us.
That's obviously true. All right, I'm taking out the medicine.
Please.
You should take us below deck first so you don't get hit.
Oh, well. Havana freezes. I didn't consider that they'd still be out here.
Yeah, I know.
From the deck, because Troy's definitely just like collapsed down. The pumpy is probably like licking his face with terrible burnt onion breath. Can Troy try to roll perception?
Yeah, all of you can try to roll perception.
Eric, what does my dice say?
Your dice says is a natural 1.
Mine's a nat 20, though.
Cool.
And I got 15, so oddly spread out.
Pretty
Like,
good.
Oddly even.
Pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
All right, Troy sees Pumpy and only Pumpy.
Fair. Yeah, there's a pumpkin that is licking your eyeball as we speak. Yeah. So it makes it hard for you to perceive things.
Troy, take 1 point of damage as the puppy is licking your eyeball.
All right, Troy's down to 1 hit point.
Jesus Christ.
It hurts. It's ouch. But you're still smoking here. I think that you're happy to still be alive.
And he's also on fire. Don't smoke, kids.
Yo.
Oh, he's on fire right now.
Brandon, before we move on, can I just get a 15, 30 second no smoking ad from Umbi?
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, imagine he's walking in from the side of the frame.
Okay.
And he's just walking, and it's a completely like white room with one of those white backdrops.
Oh, it's the one. It's like an infinite room where it's just all white.
No, it's obviously a set. You know.
Oh, one of
kind
those.
rooms.
Yeah.
He walks in and he turns to the right and he says,
Oh, hi there. I didn't see you. I'm Umbi. I'm 3,000 years old. But I didn't always look this way. I look this way because I smoked cigarettes, tobacco.
"Are tobacco people?" is the question. Is tobacco people?
Tobacco
they
could
have-
be people, but it also could be food / a thing.
There are tobacco people, but they do grow tobacco. Yeah.
If you don't want to look like this, don't smoke, kids.
The dread pirate tobacco, big tobacco, is the captain of a terrible ghost ship. Yeah. Cool. I like it.
It's tough because he's dried and he does make a living on the ocean. What are you going to do?
Just a southern accent, scary pirate.
Yeah.
And now, a word from famous Happy Days actor Ron Howard. Ron, take it away.
Hi, I'm Ron Howard. This is an impression. No one knows what I sound like.
It's true.
Okay. Julia, you rolled a natural 20. You absolute motherfucker.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Cammy's also the most stable, so it kind of makes sense for Cammy to have rolled a nat 20.
True.
Kind of whips around in the direction of where she thinks the shot came from.
Ah!
And they witnessed the first one, whereas Troy might not even know that this happened, frankly.
That's fair.
I don't think you did. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
We didn't want to ruin your birthday.
The dice
Clearly.
are telling a story.
Where I had an idea of where this came from.
Oh yeah. Just real quick, Eric. Not for tape. Who did this?
Yeah, just for us.
Yeah,
Who's
just
the
who
culprit?
did it? No
shot it?
spoilers, but who did it?
Yeah, we won't say.
I'll cut it.
Brandon,
I'll cut it. Don't worry.
Brandon, just cut this.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you know Brandon won't remember, so.
Right. Yeah. This
Right,
isn't
right.
this isn't on the podcast. Just tell us who shot me.
Yep. Who's the big bad? What's the Sam?
Who's the guy? Who's the person?
Where are the keys?
Oh my god.
What's their weakness?
Was it me?
Cammy, you whip around and you manage to catch a glimpse of something you weren't supposed to see. Maybe you didn't notice it because of the giant bones and the CBs and the jelly and the excitement of everything going on. And also because it's not working. There is a lighthouse that is about half a mile off of the coast of this particular giant whale skeleton. It's sunk into the ground. It's leaning at like a 20-degree angle, and it's sunk. You can't see the whole thing. It's almost like you assume that it was on some sort of raised cliff or a sandbar or something, and if it had sunk in, you can only see about 70% of it. But you notice it's not lit up at all. You probably think that the lighthouse stuff You know how lighthouses work. It uses giant mirrors to reflect light in as many directions as possible as they move things around. Maybe that giant mirror must still be in there because you catch a glint of some red light for a moment bouncing off of that giant mirror that kind of sprays up into the sky and radiates through the clear acidic water of the dissolving belt. And it was only for a moment, and it disappears. And it's dark. And the only light, once again, is from the party with the French pop music droning on the other side of the island. And it's starting to get a little lighter as the sun has a suggestion of maybe getting up soon, if it wants to.
No, I have to sleep.
Havana is frozen and be like, I'm not good in these situations. Tell me when I should move.
We
I
should go
think you're in
down.
the clear, Havana.
No, we should go down below deck. Just in case, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. We'll shuffle our way downstairs. Troy's barely on his feet.
Yeah.
I just want to get out of sight, yeah. Because you know who I don't trust? Eric, the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can get below deck. I think that's a good idea if there's a sniper around. That's just my thing. That's my thing.
Yeah.
That's your hot take.
That's my hot take.
Hey, Eric, real quick about the beautiful description you just did.
Sure.
You know how a functioning lighthouse, the lens rotates so that the light itself can rotate?
Yeah.
Did I get the idea that the lens is active enough that it is rotating, or is it stationary?
No, it's stationary. It's
Okay,
not.
cool.
It's not being used. You're correct. It's not being used. No one is using it. It's broken, but it still has the lighthouse stuff in it.
Right. So I could theoretically forensic evidence my way into figuring out where that person took the shot from.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, I would like to long rest.
Yeah. Do you want to do the tea ceremony or not at this point?
At this point, it probably won't matter.
Okay.
So ignore me.
Sure. Cool.
Well, I think that we'd be in the clear because if those French craggish folks are still partying, like in Germany or in Berlin when they go to bed at 6 a.m. and sleep till 2 or whatever,
Boo-doo, boo-ba-doo, ba-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-ba-doo, ba-doo. That's what the French pop song sounds like.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think we'd be fine to do a full 8 hours, even at this early hour.
You can still get a long rest. That's
Okay,
not up for debate. I didn't feel like I'm not doing more sleep mechanics.
Thank
Safe to say we'll all
you.
sleep in after the pirate party.
Yeah. The only thing is if anyone, I just need to know if you're going to keep guards out again or you're all just going to go to sleep.
Yeah, Nani will stay out again, and I will use shapes and omens when I wake up, please.
Sure.
Yeah, I think Troy is too wiped. He's got to rest. He'll probably keep the pumpy outside his door or right in front of the door, but just inside.
Amanda, can I pitch?
Yeah.
Nani, Bartlett, Pumpy, the 3 musketeers.
The best friends? Yeah.
Keeping watch.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, let's decide if we do a one shot to figure out what they did, what kind of never-ending story they got
Yes!
into.
Cute.
We'll put a coda there, and we'll just go to the next day.
If you want that, join as an annual patron today.
Right now.
Come to the live show, tell us you want this, and then also become a patron.
Hello, everybody. It's Amanda, and welcome to the mid-roll. Welcome especially and first to our newest patrons, Max, Dominic, and Patrick. We're only able to make this show and remix our shanty for the Legends Across the Tides like we did in January, and I don't know, keep the show rolling while we plan a 7-city live show tour because of your support on Patreon. If you want to be like Max and Dominic and Patrick and have your name read on the show and know that you are putting your money where your mouth is when it comes to supporting independent creators, please do so at patreon.com/jointhepartypod. You'll even get access to the Join the Party patron-only Discord, which is officially, and I know this because the Webbies keep sending me emails about judging the Webbies, and I keep saying no, but they have not removed me from their emails. So I can say as a Webbies judge that we are the best place on the internet. Yeah, you're welcome. Patreon.com/jointhepartypod. This week at Multitude, if you've not checked out Big Game Hunger, what are you doing, folks? This is the weekly comedy show by Jenna Stieber, where she and friends craft the next big video game every dang episode. You can start with any episode you want, because they start with a randomly generated genre, concept, and vibe in each and every ep. She and a variety of funny, game-obsessed guests come up with a AAA video game IP franchise. It is so much fun. It really shares so much in the way of vibes with Join the Party. And if you listen to the show, you're going to love that show. New episodes every Monday, so check out Big Game Hunger in your podcast app now. This episode is sponsored by the first of several local game stores that we are partnering with on the Rolling Bones tour, beginning with Level Up Games in Minnesota. Now, this fabulous game store has 3 locations in St. Paul, Minneapolis, and Hastings, and they have so many things for sale, from comics to D&D, Warhammer and Magic cards, Pokemon trading cards, by the way, video games, both classic and new, board games, manga, anything you could possibly need. They even, I think this is very cool, have a trade-in program where they'll buy your used video games, comic books, and TCG singles to go to either store credit or cash, which is really dope. They also have events of all kinds every single week for their gaming communities and larger tournaments like regional championship qualifiers for Magic the Gathering. So if you are heading to our Minnesota live show, make sure you stop by Level Up Games, or if you live near Hastings or St. Paul, go ahead and check them out. Level Up Games. This show is also sponsored by BetterHelp. Now, I definitely feel that after doing weeks and weeks of very fun things coming up, I'm going to need a little bit of time to recharge. And I think that's a really apt metaphor, because when I'm, using all of the energy in my reserves, I do need some time when I'm not using, but kind of refilling my energy stores to make sure that I'm feeling regular and back to normal. And one of the things that really helps me with figuring out what I need and how to do it is going to therapy. And for several years, when I could not go to nor afford in-person therapy, I used BetterHelp. And if you are looking for a way to start therapy in a way that is convenient and online, flexible, suited to your schedule, BetterHelp is a good tool to know about. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. So if this sounds helpful, check them out. Find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/join-the-party today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/join-the-party. And now let's get back to the show.
Havana has a barrel as a crossbody fanny pack, and it's like a little barrel. It's like the size of a mini keg,
That's
It's
adorable.
like the barrel like the dogs wear to rescue people.
in between a keg and the
Saint
Saint Bernard barrels.
Oh, okay.
And he sticks his hand in, and it's just like this light green goop, and spreads it all over your explosion burns. And it's like, don't move while you sleep. So you all just need to sleep like on top of the covers.
I love being told not to move while I sleep.
Yeah, don't move. But no, this will count for a long rest. That's fine.
Yay!
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Get your
I would like
stuff
to do
back.
shapes and omens.
Yeah. I tried to kill you, but I couldn't, and I'm upset
Haha.
about it.
You've tried to kill Umbi twice. You should learn your fucking lesson by now, Eric.
First of all, Eric did not try to kill Umbi twice. Someone else, a character, tried to kill Umbi twice. Eric did try to kill Umbi generally, like a general idea of it.
Oh, let me quick roll while we're asleep to see if I die in my sleep.
Oh, yeah, real quick.
Hey, can you roll twice? Because you're very hurt.
59?
Okay.
Okay.
One more.
Safe?
5.
Why do you keep rolling below 10? That's very unlikely. Statistically.
Hey, thanks for being on my side, Amanda.
Oh, hi. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Ooh, it's a little hot. It's a little hot in the recording studio while I'm doing this.
Yeah, make sure you wipe it with that glittery ass glove.
Oh,
of
luckily
yours.
I have this DMing glove to pat my face with. Oh,
Very absorbent sequins.
oh. I had it the whole time, motherfucker. All right, yeah, folks. You wake up the next day, bruised, burnt, still covered in weird green lotion goop, but You're feeling good. You're feeling better.
My skin's never been more taut.
And then Troy says, "What's your skin like to learn, bruv?"
Nice.
Oh boy, how to respond to this one?
Remember, and taut is the only way you can say
Only
that
way
word.
that is.
You can't say it another way. It is only the past tense of teach.
Umbi explains to Troy about 3 hours worth of how his skin learned to crease itself over the years.
Yeah.
It's really good at it, man.
Yeah.
Like maybe too good.
Over those 3 hours, Umbi is slowly backing out of the room.
Great.
Cool.
Do I have -3 to my physical ability still?
That's a great question. Cammy and Troy, give me Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh, I'm actually good at Constitution saving throws.
That's 4.
Okay.
It's a nat one, though.
Oh my god! Who are y'all, me?
It stays -3. Now, I could make it up to -4, but I feel like that's not how...
That's not sporting.
Yeah, it's not... I was going to say, it's like, that's not how disease work. I'm like, oh, that's definitely how disease works. But it's not sporting, truly.
Is this exhaustion or some kind of form of exhaustion?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just because I have mechanic for exhaustion, that is why I asked.
Oh, what is your... Sorry, what's your mechanic for exhaustion? Because I could apply to it.
The tea ceremony, you magically conjure enough tea for you and your allies whenever you take a short or long rest. A creature who drinks the tea loses 1 additional level of exhaustion during that rest period.
Oh, okay.
That's nice.
Yeah, no, let's drop that down to -2 then.
Yay!
Yeah, okay.
So Cammy made a little thing of tea for everyone before they went to bed and was like, it's a little bit of lavender tea just so you can, soothe yourself and go back to sleep after a very eventful night.
Because we're not allowed to move, Havana had to, delicately pour it into our mouths.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. Troy, Cammy, your physical problems are a little bit less bad as the foam that is covering the parts of your body are starting to recede. So I'm going to give you -2
Yay.
to all physical biz you have to do.
Yay.
Better than -3.
Better than
Better than
-3.
-3, yeah.
Yeah. Cammy, save your spell slots. The foam seems to be receding over time with the tea. Greater restoration and other spells won't help you here. So it would just be over time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
So save your spell slots.
Wonderful.
It's just like stretching. You gotta stretch a lot.
Yeah. You got to work it out. You got to massage it out because the foam, the pollen is in your skin.
Like true skincare professionals, you have to pat the cream into your skin, not rub. Never rub.
Never
Never
rub.
rub.
Pat, 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 pat. Yeah. All right. Shapes and omens. What do you want, Cammy? What do you want me to tell you?
I would like a hint at future events, please. I think specifically, do I want the identity of the shooter or do I want the identity of the merchant? Gang.
I mean, it's pretty clear that the merchant is Lorello.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do the identity of the shooter. I'd like a glimpse into future events that might indicate who this shooter is. The GM tells you a shape which hints at future events. For example, if you see a tower in your tea leaves, you might encounter a wizard the following day. If you see a serpent, you might encounter a liar or a monster.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think Eric kind of gets to choose what he
Yeah,
tells
no,
you.
I was just giving him examples about what
Oh, okay.
the options are.
So, if you were being nice, you could tell us that, Eric.
It would just be the shape of the green folk type that this person is.
Oh, yeah. I don't have to give you anything. I don't have to tell you what answer any of your questions.
No, you just have to give me a shape that hints at future events.
Brandon, thank you for telling me that I don't need to answer any of Julia's stupid correct questions.
You just have to be on our team, Eric, is what I'm saying. If you want to be our friend and our good nice buddy pal,
Hey, Eric, are you my friend?
But that's not good for plot, guys.
That's true.
But what if?
Oh, what do I want? Oh, okay. In the tea this morning, Cammy, at the bottom of your cup, you see a flower. It's a rudimentary picture of a flower. Like kindergartner, 6 petals that kind of look like hair, a center circle.
Like a little sun.
Yeah, like a little sun, a stem, 1 leaf going one way, 1 leaf going another way in a pot.
Okay.
That's how adult Brandon draws a flower.
Adult Brandon needs to up his artistic game.
Hey, adult Brandon maybe made the leaves go in a specific direction. But these are just like, I gotta go get some crackers and run outside and fall and chip my tooth. Like, adult Brandon's not doing that.
Gotcha.
I need to go run around a soccer field that's been out during a storm, and then I fall and cut my hand open on a fallen soccer net. Did little Eric do that? Yes, he did.
Poor little
hazard.
Eric.
I love running around safety hazards, I said, 5-year-old Lee.
I'm a twin. We don't look the same.
Now, do we think that's Audrey or...
I have my theories about who is sniping us, but we'll find out if I'm right or wrong.
Wow.
Sorry, that was
Sowing
my
discord.
That was my Radbird impression. Sorry.
It's good.
All right.
I shouldn't be saying this. I'm enjoying it. I need to encourage Julia to do impressions of my characters more often. I don't know why I'm doing this.
So I think game plan wise for today, what's on the schedule for the pirate assembly?
Yeah.
And then I think we could do that, investigate the lighthouse, try to find this merchant. Those are my 3 routes that I'm seeing in my brain.
During lunch break, we'll go investigate the lighthouse or something.
Yeah, you can take out the pamphlet with the schedule on it, and at the same time, on a cheerleader's bullhorn,
Great.
it's not electric. It's just fully like a cone yelling into. Lustrous Recompense is like, all right, here's the agenda for today, and it's just reading a PowerPoint, just reading the same words as on a PowerPoint. It's like
Amazing.
I already have the thing. So you're getting the same thing. As Lustrous is walking around the island shouting it around to every single ship. Yeah, I mean, the only thing on the agenda for today is debate and talk about things in a big block, 30 minutes for lunch,
Good.
and then an afternoon session of debate and talking about things.
I'm so glad they printed this pamphlet and scheduled. It's so useful.
Yeah,
and
incredibly
specific.
useful. All right, so what do we think?
I mean, yeah, let's go to the meeting room.
Yeah. Lustrous says, anyone who is invited into the debate square must present your key for verification by Salix out in the front before you can come inside. I'll be inside because I organized this.
Fair.
You'll see me there, me, Lustrous. Everyone bring your talking caps.
Not our thinking cat. Never mind.
No, it's for talking.
I'm all the way over here.
I-
I said it very quietly.
He has another bullhorn that's the opposite, but it's for his ear.
An ear horn.
ear
An ear horn.
horn.
Yeah. See you inside. And then a crowd starts to slowly gather out on the beach of kind of everyone. I think there's a lot of people just kind of milling about, looking around, like at summer camp where you look out and everyone's kind of coming together on the first morning of camp, where everyone slept in their bunks that night. Then you actually see everyone at camp. It's wow, everyone's here. You really are seeing everyone come out of their ships and congregate. There are a lot of people here, 200, 300 people who have gathered on the skeleton to see and be seen.
Julia, are you thinking you want to split up?
Yeah, I was thinking whether or not we should split the party again.
Because
But
it would be a good time to sneak into a place where no one is, and the others of us could hold down the fort in the debate.
yeah, for sure. I mean, this is obviously a very large crowd. Can we do a quick perception or something to see if we spot either Arello or Three Lips in the crowd?
Yeah, for sure.
I also want to sort of, I don't know how long I can hold this, but I would love to prepare an action to get ready to fucking blow someone up if they fucking touch me.
So someone tries to pickpocket you and you shove a bomb in their mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. I can say Umbi has his hands ready like a tourist in other country.
Exactly, yeah.
No, that's notorious for pickpocketing.
14 plus 3 for a 17.
16.
16.
Eric, I got a 19 plus 4 for 23. So if
Fuck
you could
yeah,
just
dude.
tell me everything about this crowd. Tell me
Sweet.
their shoes. Tell me what their fashions look like.
Tell Brandon only about the shoes.
I'd also love to know if Aubergine is here, because we don't know where he is.
Oh, that's a good question, yeah.
Yeah, Troy. I'll give that to Troy. Troy, you see that like there is a contingent coming out of like a armada of ships that's all the way over on the other side of the skeleton. And I don't know if I've described it like this, but there's the big whale skeleton and the sea bees that are on top of the skeleton, but it's just like beached on this island. And then it's like around it is where everyone has parked their boats. And there's just like this small armada of smaller ships flying a recognizable flag of, rebellion, of a big claw and a big tree and a dark green background with gold on it. And I think everyone is stumbling out of there. Some of them were already on the beach. And you do spot Aubergine palling it up with other nightshades over in that area.
Oh, good.
Good for him.
I'm glad he's making new friends.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous in my heart, but it's okay. I'm a father now.
Could be his old friends. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bunch of cherry tomatoes and a green bell pepper with a mustache are
I
like
love him.
are like giving out weird hangover concoctions to everybody.
Cool.
What does the Walla sound like, Eric, in a French accent?
Oh, the Wallas. And be like,
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted to
perfect.
hear.
Truly perfect.
Rhubarb.
They keep calling for someone who's a rhubarb. Why do they want the rhubarb so
Why
bad?
don't they learn his name? It's pretty rude.
Cabby raises a single finger to her lips, being like, "Do not call that name."
Yeah. You also see that Millie just kind of pushes through all of the separatist nightshades and grabs with her million arms, grabs like 10 hangover drinks and then just walks, like has like little daggers and like all for other hands and just like threatens everyone and just takes a bunch of their hangover drinks and just walks away and gives it to her weird crew of freaks.
I love her crew of freaks.
What a pervert.
Stop, you're in love with her.
Stop. Yeah, I would say you also see Arello. Arello is, like most of the there are a lot of merchants here. Maybe you didn't see them as clearly because it was nighttime and there was a lot going on. But like even now, there's a lot of merchants that are stationed in different parts of the beach. Just like at the last second hawking wares. Like walking into a stadium at a sports event, right?
Yeah.
But instead of giving out like $15 fake t-shirts, they're giving out swords and orbs and cards and bags of something. All of them are just trying to offer it for trade and for doubloons, but obviously for amber. And you see that Arello is one of them. Arello has his sailboat set up, which I would say you knew all the way from the beginning because you still have a piece of sill that's on the boat. So you knew Arello was here.
Right.
You knew that Arello was in the area, but Arello is like on the beach right now. Selling like a suit. Just trying to sell a suit to someone.
Amber's gonna point over to Arello and turn to his compatriots and say, "Look, it's that fucking piece of shit Arello right there!"
Okay. Troy, he loves you. Do you want to maybe handle and see what if he might be our usual suspect, as it were?
Yeah. So on a scale of honesty to lie, where should I be on this one?
I think aggressive honesty.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
think he intended to hurt us. I think he was just selling his wares, and
Yeah.
so if we could take a look at his books,
Yeah, remember, nondescript crew, chest,
Yeah.
full of dandelion seeds.
Sweet.
and Arello, piece of shit.
I also want to mention that Millie, so you saw Millie, you also see Archimedes Sevens, and his boat is still there.
I hide.
He's just out there. You see Lucky Edie with her crew of the Money Tree, who is once again setting up, at least temporary setting up court again. And you see Piney, who's just trying to stay blended in and just seeing what's what, kind of looking over their shoulder.
Cammy waves. Piney!
Piney is really like looking around a lot. Really trying to see who has a key and who's walking up to Salix. Like Piney is very close to Salix right now. And you see like how shifty everyone is. Just because like they want to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Has anyone approached with a key yet?
Not yet, no.
What about Kid Cervantes and Three Lips? Do we see either of those people?
Oh, you see Kid Cervantes. Yeah, Kid Cervantes is there. I think Kid Cervantes is probably the first one to walk up. Kid Cervantes doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Cowboy walks up. In my head, Kid Cervantes always walked like a cartoon cowboy, fully shifting his entire waist to make big steps. You know, like he's wearing chaps. And he pulls out the cloud key, the one that he won from the Bullseye games.
Yeah.
Salix turns it over with hands shooting out from the foliage, looks it over, and lets him pass as Kid Cervantes cowboy walks inside of the big open mouth of this giant whale monster skeleton.
And no one went for it.
No one went for it, no.
So before Troy walks over to Arello, where is our key? Because what we did before is Troy would keep it in his pocket.
Right.
What do we want to do? Same thing? Change it up?
I think Cammy should take it.
Sure.
Do you want to go inside and I'll check out the lighthouse, or do you want to do the lighthouse during lunch?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's do that then.
I want to let you guys go on the side adventures this time.
Yeah.
You don't want to have any of your friends die in a regular ass D&D trap?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
So you want Troy to go with Umbi or with you?
No, I think Troy should talk to Arello.
You got some time before.
Yeah.
This is like the time before the events start
Okay.
because they need, this is like badge scanning time.
Yeah.
So you don't know, you can, if you want to try to make a run for it, but you can go in.
There's some sad mini muffins inside.
Yeah, on a table.
Can I approach my old mentee and see if I can take him along as a bodyguard with me?
Love this.
To the inside?
To the lighthouse? Maybe it's a little bit of a buddy cop comedy situation, you know?
Yeah, if you want to. Well, you guys can do whatever you want.
I would like to do that.
You can go up to Archimedes.
So yeah, Troy's going to talk to Arello, report back to Cammy, and then Troy and Cammy will go in.
Yeah.
Cool. So Troy is going to stride up to Arello. The pumpy is safe at home on the ship, and he's going to sort of plant a hip against the boat. And
No, you have to understand. I know it doesn't look like it, but this actually helps you swim. It is a swimsuit, but it also is formal wear.
Man, this guy.
How long you been sitting on that, Eric?
Recently, I'm very quick and funny.
Troy goes, so sorry, gentlefolk. I need a moment of this man's time. And he raises an eyebrow.
I'm trying to. I have plenty of time for you, exiled Prince Troy Riptide.
Thank you.
Yes,
Arello.
I do know exiled Prince Troy Riptide. Scatter! And all the pirates who were there run away.
Thanks, Arello. I don't like to get in the way of you and you making a living, except when it extorts Amber out of me and my crew. But I do need to talk to you.
Or almost murders us.
Yeah.
Oh, the usual, of course. It's so good to see you, Troy. I didn't know you would make it here.
Yeah. Cool. Do you think your life is better because you get to look at me sometimes?
A valid question from Troy.
This almost feels like a philosophical cone. I mean, the answer is yes, obviously.
Cool. I also like to be alive.
Sure, of course, yes.
Just to say,
Yeah.
I'm also a father now.
Is it mine?
My pumpy. I kind of kidnapped him from a god, but now he is mine.
I realize that was ridiculous. It's a habit. It's a habit of mine. It's a
okay.
reaction. It's a reflex.
I almost met my end last night. I almost died, and not in the fun pirate way.
Oh no!
Yeah, in the real way.
Jeez.
I can't really
Heavens,
understand.
Heavens, no.
Okay, I can't really understand your tone right now, but
I'm sad and upset for you.
Oh, thank you.
But also, it's a little more regular because of our profession and current existence.
yeah, no, that's fair. You're really threading a needle there, bud. I would love to know if perhaps you know who may have killed me or tried to with this chest full of dandelion puffs, what become big sticky lesions that sap my health. And Troy pulls back his billowy pirate shirt to show, I don't know if they're scars or when people do cupping and there's the outline for a couple days. I don't know exactly what residue, but he sort of shows whatever evidence there is.
Oh, there's still definitely foam. There's
Yeah.
still a lot of foam that you have to pull back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very
They
unpleasant.
used it on you?
It's very unpleasant. Did you
Well, that's
know?
confirmation.
Do you know who your customers were. I don't think it's your fault, my guy. I know you'd know information I need to go extract revenge heroically and shirtlessly.
Well, Troy, first of all. Second of all, Troy, I can't control who does what to who. That's kind of
No.
the whole thing that if I had to say, have someone sign a waiver saying, don't do it to my paramour, Troy Riptide, then nothing would get done.
Oh, I know, but did you have
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No,
As
no,
long
no,
as we're understood.
We're good.
It's
We have
not
other
a bad
problems.
idea.
We have other problems that we'll deal with, but no, we're good.
Yeah, no, they saw I had found this here on the island, and I sold it. I turned it quickly. It was interesting. I opened it up and I saw the puffs, and I got puffed myself.
Oh, no.
Because you realize he's wearing blue velvet gloves, and you pull them off, and he has the puffs. He has the foam on his hands, and I thought someone could use it, and I turned it around. And I'm sorry they used it on you, but no, I just found it.
No, it's fine. Who did you sell it to, and where'd you find it?
I sold it to the nondescript pirate gang. Honestly,
Yeah.
their whole brand terrible.
They're all dead now. It's fine.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that makes sense.
Not all of them. There's one left somewhere.
Was it one of them invisible?
No, what?
Or a magician.
Yeah. Who? So there was onion.
Okay.
Okay, help me. There was a
Daisy.
a daisy.
Yeah.
There was that other one that I burned up real good.
There was someone what burned up into a crisp, and then who was the fourth one?
There were 4 of them. I was only doing them based on how funny they would be
I know,
burnt
yeah.
up. So now I gotta think
I think the
about it.
last one is like a potato because we did refer to him as a crisp.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. It's like one of them was there was a potato there.
That was that smell. Yeah.
Yeah, a potato. It must have been baked. And then there was one of those skinny pepper, not a big pepper, skinny pepper.
Oh, skinny pepper.
Skinny spicy pepper.
Oh,
skinny,
sure.
skinny spicy pepper. Skinny green red spicy pepper.
Oh.
Green red spicy pepper.
Green red spicy red skinny pepper.
Okay.
Green red spicy skinny pepper.
Aurelio, your mind holds untold wonders.
Oh, you don't know the half of it, big boy.
Okay, we need to know where he got the chest though. Cammy just is quietly like kind of hiding behind Troy because she
She's
just
like,
wants
"I'm not-
Troy to
I'm not
handle the
here.
interaction.
Troy leans forward like he's trying to show someone down the V of his blouse. And where did you find the chest? Chest, get it?
No, Troy, don't think about it too much.
I found it. I just found it.
Like on the beach?
Yeah, on the beach.
Where at though?
Over there. Aurelio's just gesturing towards the beach. She's like, I don't remember where I found it. I was like, oh my god, I found this, and then it happened. I guess it was farther out. It was covered in some sand and seaweed, and it was halfway up in the water, but it was nowhere special.
I know you're.
It wasn't like in a cursed pirate cove, and a ghost said, "Ooh, Aurelio, instead of taking you down, instead of condemning you for your misdeeds and weirdness in the past, you can have this instead." And it's like it was just there.
That's true.
Sounds like something someone who did run into that ghost would say, but whatever.
And you're so good at figuring out what things are, where they come from, so you don't sell them back to the people what own them. No. Good point.
I do. Go on.
Good answer,
Yes.
Good answer.
Was there anything about the chest or its contents that reminded you of like a place or a person, or maybe where it came from originally?
It must have been. I guess it was in the water for a while. It was pretty ratty and messed up. There was a lot. It was gross. It was gross.
Does it remind you of a man who maybe tied you up and broke your getaway sticks
Yeah.
You're gonna have Cammy. You're gonna have to be more specific.
at the bullseye game?
Was it
My
Robert?
getaway sticks get broke all the time.
At the bullseye game?
At all the time, my getaway sticks get.
That terrible helmet filled with this stuff?
Oh. Yeah, I guess these do remind me of the guy who tied me up and hurt me a lot at the bullseye games, and you saved me.
Because, like, it's possible it's another dandelion person, of course, but I only know one with a grudge against us, who is terrible and smells bad. I could be wrong.
I didn't tell you, the thought washes over Aurelio's face. It's like, You know what? This was exactly like that. It was like the guy who broke my getaway sticks and threw me in his hold for a while.
Are you sure? Because I don't want to like give you an idea and then you're like, oh wow, I'm seeing this thing that Troy described all the time.
You've opened my eyes to the possibility that this is exactly what happened. It's the same. When they threw me in a.
Arello?
I'm getting. It's washing over me. I mean, I'm in the ocean of remembrance.
Arello? Troy's gonna lay a hand on his shoulder. Arello, look at me.
Yeah, Troy. I'm looking.
I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. And when I do it, I'm gonna say, this is for Arello.
I would like that, Troy Riptide.
Don't you worry.
Exiled prince of the crags. And me, also an exiled, a son of a merchant, exiled from the royal house.
Hey,
Um,
you know?
What?
Exiled prince of the Salt Sea.
Wow.
No one can say no. And then Troy pats his face and walks away.
This is almost again me forgetting about the trauma I felt getting tied up by a zombie henchman.
That's all we can do, bud.
Anyway, bye.
And yeah, Troy and Cam are gonna walk toward the key verification kiosk.
Verification kiosk, yeah.
Archie, my boy!
Is that?
You haven't done this in a while, have you?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna think about what would he say seeing it was be like, oh, once again, it's happening to me. Knowledge when I need it from my old wrinkly oracle, Umbi.
Have you noticed my skin is more taut recently?
I have. It's somehow more cracked and wrinkled than before.
But taut!
Yes, it is. You know, it's funny. Later, I saw you earlier in my journey, and now it's later in my journey, and here you are again, probably to give me skills and knowledge that I needed.
No, actually, this time, Archie, I need your help.
I can help you, wise master?
Yeah,
I'm trying to debate how much I want to actually tell Archie here. I don't want to lie to him, and
I don't think that he is guilty from the conversation that I had with him.
Yeah, and we crossed him off the list, yeah.
So we can trust him to a certain extent.
I'm fine to bring him into the fold if we're bringing people into the fold.
Archie, I hate to tell you this because it's going to be a shock to your system.
Please, tell me.
Someone out there here on this island doesn't like me.
That does not surprise me from the things you've said and the way you've acted.
They want me dead, Archie. They want me dead.
I'm also continue to be not surprised, but it's happening. I'm sorry about the chickens that have roosted. I'm sorry about the moss chickens that are going home to roost. Wise Oracle?
Would you mind helping me figure out who this person is so I can stop them?
If it doesn't interfere with my ultimate quest of becoming the builder, then yes.
I think it would only help with that.
Well, let's see what you say.
Think of the legend of Archie on the skeleton island on the dissolving belt, who uncovered a murder plot of the great Umbi.
I'll continue, wise sir.
I think we should, I got a clue earlier that we should check out that lighthouse over there. From the one and only, the greatest detective alive, Camstopher.
All right, we will do that in 3 days' time.
No, we should do that now. I don't have 3 days' time. They're going to kill me.
I think that unfortunately, my oracle, my wise mentor, you know that there is something that comes above anything that us green folk do.
What is that?
Long debates and forming treatises.
You know how much I love them, but I am going to roll a persuasion check and see if I can get you to come along with me.
Okay.
Brandon, say that the person who comes last to the debate wins.
If you get the last word in, you win the argument.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is great. Thank you all. That was brilliant. I did roll a 24, and I am going to tell Archimedes,
You know, the one who wins the debate is always the one who shows up last and has the last word, so maybe you should come with me.
I was going to say, I didn't get a chance to say this because you rolled so quickly. You do have disadvantage because there's no fucking way Archimedes is going to miss this. Especially as he says, I need to be involved. The whole point of being the builder is to be involved in the place and the things where it happens. And I didn't spend all this time getting this key to not do that. As he pulls out the same key that you have.
Ah, damn it.
Key for a maze.
Key for a maze.
Yeah, he pulls out the corn key.
Oh, I have one of those.
You do.
Yeah.
So then why are we not going? Why are we not going to the place where we need to use it?
Archie,
it's
you're
next
not
on
listening.
the path.
Archie, open up your ear holes. They're trying to kill me.
And
why would I go into the room where they want to kill me?
And that will be dealt with once. And that will be dealt with once the treaties are signed and arranged, and our names are written into history upon the papers upon which the history is written.
I got a 15 as well on my
Okay.
second disadvantage, so
Okay.
I don't know if that helps.
15. Umbi, I want to help you, but I'm not. How about? I will go with you to the lighthouse during the lunch break, but I cannot miss. I cannot miss the openings of this. That is where all of the that's the brainstorming portion. That's where everyone puts the ideas out.
Okay, I guess.
And did you even look at the agenda?
I did. It was just one block that said talking about things.
No, did you look at the act? That's not the agenda.
On the chalkboard. On the chalkboard.
On the chalkboard. On
no,
the
I
easel.
didn't. What did it say?
Okay, I copied it here. Hold on.
He's such a nerd. I love him.
He's such a nerd.
He's a nerd who doesn't care about his grandpa.
He pulls out his own little slate tablet that he's written on, and he shows you the agenda. It starts with the Cascade Unified Declaration. What do we want for lunch? Which gets crossed out and moved to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Privateers? ? Monster domestication. Unique opportunity with 2 exclamation points. And then let's never have this conference again.
Love that. I love that as a ending for the agenda.
And then the lunch is at the bottom. Lunch got moved from second to the bottom.
Damn it.
Their priorities are off, I must say.
Bunch of hungry pirates can't end well.
The only reason to go to a conference is to get lunch.
Free lunch, yeah.
I know those like really supermarket tasting cookies that you get lucky. There was one in the box. Come on.
All right, because you convinced me, someone has then moved lunch back to second.
Yay!
Good.
Okay, so the order is the Cascade Unification Declaration, lunch, what do we want for lunch, privateers, monster domestication.
Wait, what do we want for lunch after?
But lunch tomorrow, Julia. Lunch tomorrow.
Okay.
Lunch today was so good. They're gonna get feedback for tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Privateers, monster domestication, unique opportunity, and let's never do this again.
Cool. Beautiful.
Oh, wow. Archie, you have beautiful handwriting. Has everyone ever told you that?
It was the mandatory calligraphy camps that I was sent to in the summer.
Oh, I see. That's gonna do really well when you're the builder, because it'll look like, really royal and like smart,
Fancy.
That's what the Den Mothers told me.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to the lighthouse. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind giving me some backup during lunch, that would be great. If you show up and I'm dead already, know that my death is at your hands.
And know that the path upon which we are supposed to walk did not wind me towards that, as I am on my path, my hero's journey, in fact, to become the future builder. And I hope that that journey intersects with yours.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, cool. One more quick thing before I go. Do you know anyone else who does the sniping like you do?
The sniping.
Yeah, like the long rifle that shoots.
The long range gunpla and the short range gunpla and the melee attacks. Yes, I'm skilled in all 3.
Did you teach anyone?
I wouldn't say that I'm an expert in it, but and I do not know anyone who does it like I do. It's more of the all around education that I was given to me in the at the winter riflery camps that I went to in the winter. I only do incredible long range gunpla when necessary. It's part of the all-around attack that I do. You know that I would much rather be up in the face of my opponents. I only use it for competition and tournament and celebration.
You're not a fucking coward. I get it.
And I am not a fucking coward.
I know, correct.
I'm so large and big and can do this that I'm not a coward.
And smart and powerful and beautiful.
And smart and powerful and beautiful. Thank you for saying what everyone is thinking.
And you deserve nice things.
I do.
Do you know, like, you didn't teach anyone how to shoot long range or anything, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so you never heard anyone, no one's got up to you and been like, yo, Archie, I got this guy who can shoot better than you long range.
My mentor, sir, the only one who does that is you.
That's not true.
Who comes up to me and says, "Yo, my man, what's going on?" No one comes up to me and asks me straightforward questions, much like you do, which is why I value your conference.
Archie, that's because everyone's scared of you, but you know what?
That's part of the cultivation I'm doing.
Yeah, but even when you become builder, I'm not gonna be scared of you, bud.
Umbi, I love our conversation so much because you say things.
I do too. Thanks. All right, I'll see you later.
Okay. Yeah, while you were talking to Archimedes and Aurello, some people have made moves up to Salix. You can see that a bunch of scrubby pirates have walked up to him, and Salix has with like fake keys. Some that's like, they look so fake. The one's made out of shells. Another one's made out of meat.
You know when you were in like third grade and you made like a little project out of chicken wire?
Yeah.
Shitty paper mache?
Yeah, one's made of paper mache. Salix grabs them and just pulls them into his foliage and they disappear.
Tough.
So what I'd like to do as Cammy and Troy approach Salix with their key is I want to do a couple of shenanigan-y spell things.
Do it.
please.
Do
Of
it.
course.
Do it.
Sure.
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
All right.
Nice.
Which means that any attacks or harmful spells have to make a wisdom save first. And if on a failed save, they choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
What's the wisdom save?
My wisdom save is 15.
Okay. Yeah, out of the crowd, a pirate comes at with you from a dagger and then just like bounces off of you and stabs somebody else.
Oh no.
And then the other thing that I would like to do once we're within...
I was an innocent bystander!
The other thing I'd like to do once we're within 30 feet of Salix is I would like to use my Hex Peacebound,
Sure.
which I haven't gotten a chance to use yet, which I'm very excited
Ooh.
about. So as an action, you lock weapons to their owners. Weapons are locked within 30 feet until the end of your next turn. During this time, a creature can use its action to free its weapon using a strength check against the spell save DC.
Wow.
Cool. So you're like locking the key to yourself, or what's the thought?
No, I'm locking everyone's weapons around me in a 30-foot radius.
Like putting the safety on everyone else.
Yeah.
Smart.
That's awesome.
So no one can pull a gun or a knife on me.
In the crowd, a lot of pirates grapple with this magical manipulation and say, "It's the magician!
And Cammy just giggles.
It's the witch! The witch! The witch of the sea whip! It's Chamomile Cassis! She turned me into a newt!
All right, then we're gonna hand the key over to Salix.
She's here!
Oh,
She
fuck.
made me stab an innocent bystander! She's so powerful! Ah!
Yep.
Anything else in the tank, honey?
We're gonna hand the key over to Salix, please.
You're, sure did cause quite a lot of drama walking up here.
I think it's more everyone who was trying to steal our stuff was causing the drama, and I was just, defending myself.
Our whole thing is when guests come onto our boat, we're like, hey, when you're our guest, no one's going to try to steal stuff from you. But maybe that's just like a weird thing about us that we do.
It is a little weird for a population of pirates. Specific. I like it though. It's funky.
Thank you. I think you're funky in a good way.
I also meant it affirmatively.
How'd you sleep last night, man?
As I always do. Wake up screaming every 90 minutes.
One eye.
You what?
Regular.
Did you happen to see, while you're checking our key, did you happen to see anyone going out to the lighthouse? Anyone live there? I noticed it before. It's beautiful. I like to paint. I don't know if you know that about me. It was one of the things we had to learn, what as princes. And I thought it'd be really beautiful to like go up there and then paint the island as a gift for Ludicrous. What's his name?
Ludicrous.
For ludicrous?
For lustrous.
For Illustrious.
I'm sure he would like that. I don't know much about the lighthouse. We only landed here for a little few days ago. Don't spend time over there because it's sinking in the sea because of all the acid in the water.
Oh, I thought you all lived here all the time.
Oh no, this is a rental.
Oh, wow.
It's a conference space.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, there's our key.
Airbnb.
They do weddings, bar, bat mitzvah, and bush mitzvahs.
Got him! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! That's my wife! Someone who spends all of her time with me. I fucking got her.
Yeah.
Jokins, please. Jokins, please.
Now you should go on in before all the good muffins are taken.
I want a corn muffin.
Well, you already got enough maize for yourself.
Ha!
Salix gives back the maze key.
Salix, that was a pretty good one.
I had time to think of it because I made that joke 8 times already.
Yeah, there's a lot of the maze
A
key.
lot of maze key.
Besides Kid, does anyone not have the maze key?
It Kid Cervantes and one of them still around.
Interesting.
You'll see him show up.
What does he look like so we know who to look for?
Oh, unmistakable.
Oh.
I
Unmistakable.
don't want to ruin the
Okay.
surprise.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see.
All right, we're going to walk in and we're going to get our muffins.
Yeah.
As you walk in, you see that this is actually quite shaded. You see that this is a lot of the sea bees hive have been built over in this area, so it's kind of like, it's almost like it's insulated indoors. There's a lot of almost like jellied windows, like stained glass as like the windows of the cutting in between this skull.
It's beautiful.
And as it is a rental space, there's a big table kind of in the middle where the tongue would be and on the jawbone of this whale. And there is a dais for people to step up and make declarations and stuff, which Lustrious is now wearing a immaculate dark blue suit jacket and a kilt.
Ooh.
And like high boots.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hot.
This is to everyone who's watching Traders right now. Whatever Alan Cumming is wearing this season in season 2, you could imagine Lustrious would be wearing the same.
Nice.
As people are still milling about, Kid Cervantes is there. Lucky Edie is there. Archimedes is there. Drews is there. Inside, holding a maze key of their own, you'll see that there are some purple potatoes that are wearing like old, ratty military uniforms that used to be opulent with like epaulets and with all the sashes and medals and stuff, but now they've been thoroughly caked in mud and ripped up. Just a group of purple potatoes who you might know as the Brothers on Cone. They're a Nightshade. They're representing the Separatist movement.
Gotcha.
And some other folks that you might meet later. Also, you see Piney is in there as well. And then Lustrious bangs on the gavel and says, all right, there's so much to discuss. All right, well, let's have a quick roll call. We have the key. We're just looking for all of the keys that are here. With the key in the sky, Kid Cervantes, you have that. Everyone with the key for a maze, can you just hold that up?
Here you go.
There's a lot of...
Troy frowns.
A lot of you here. That's interesting. Key. Does anyone have the key that still hurts? Look around. No one says anything. All right. I guess no one found that yet. That's good to know. We'll mark that down. And then a key with a gaze. Anyone? Oh, I know that you're not starting without me. As you turn towards the opening, the morning light coming in through the mouth of this whale, you see the shadow of a small figure walking towards you. They're oddly shaped, aren't they? 3 feet tall, 2 legs, and a round head, but why are they so skinny? With a tri-corner hat and a cape billowing off of them, it just looks so strange. Aye, you won't be starting without the key with a gaze! As they walk in, and you see that a key with a big eye where the handle of the key would be, and a mouth below it with the key's teeth cascading down its body, walking on its own legs in big boots, be like, I think I'm important to this entire conversation, yar.
What the fuck?
Whoa!